Good evening. Good evening. This is Left Side of the Brain. Today's video is brought to you by the request of subscribers who've been asking me to repost the video I did on the previous channel about having kids are demonic. So as I promised them, I would retouch on that subject, and today I am doing it again. I am at the same location that I did the video the first time, but right now it's during the daytime, so it's a lot of people walking around, as you hear in the background, and they making a lot of noise. They about to have some type of event, so I'm gonna have to do this very clandestine under the shadows, because you know these people are watching everything, so I'm being as camouflaged as I can. But without any further ado, let me get into it. For those who don't know, it's certain terminologies that we use on this channel. When we say OP, that means organic portal. When we say 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, all the way up to a whole person, which is 10 out of 10, we are referring to the percentage of soul that a person may have. Okay? What we're talking about is organic portals and having kids. Now, if I seem like I'm a little floating around, that's because in a way I am, because as I'm making this video, people are passing by. So I wanted to use these pictures on the wall as a sort of a guide, you know what I'm saying? So I'll have some pictures to refer to. Man, there's a lot of people walking around. Let me give y'all a shot. It's a lot of people walking around, man. And it's kind of difficult to do this, but I gotta do this. And they got cameras watching and everything, so you know what I'm saying? I have to do this. Okay, let me get back to it. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not committing a crime. But anyway, the reason why I say having kids is demonic, because all souls that come into this world are basically food. Just like all fish in the ocean is food. Just like on the plains of Africa, if you're not a lion, you are basically food. Okay? And this world is a vacuum, even based on physics. We exist inside of a suction, basically, a black hole. Basically, I don't want to rush through this, but and it's a lot of people passing by, y'all. It's a lot of people passing. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, we exist inside of a black hole. And once you are born, you enter gravity, right? And in order for somebody to be born in the first place, it takes gravity to pull you downward through the portal, the vagina of the female. And this is why I say all females are organic portals. And as of yet, I've had people not agree with it, but nobody has been able to deny the fact that a woman is the gateway. She is the portal. Her whole entire body is designed to incubate prisoners of the soul inside of human bodies. That's her design. You can even refer back to the Bible. It's a scripture in the Bible that says her womb is the matrix. It even calls the female's womb a matrix. Okay, this is not a hate. This is not a hate message. This is just the truth. All right? Now, there's people standing around. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. Now, okay, these females, they already know what I'm saying is true. You see, inside of a woman, she has a biological clock that's ticking inside of her. And we're going to use this woman for example. She has a biological clock ticking inside of her that makes her want to have children. She's always reminded that she was put here to have children. Every month she has a period. She has menstruation. Blood reminds you of life. So every time she changes those pads, those tampons, she's reminded about life, blood. Okay? She's reminded that eggs are passing through her. Okay? And she knows this is her function in this world. Therefore, she is designed to do whatever it takes to make a man become this right here in a relationship with her. He doesn't know, he may not know the information we know, but this man just married this woman. And what that means is he is about to, eventually he will get her pregnant, because she's gonna coax him into getting her pregnant. Women will even lie that they have their tubes tied and that they taking pills to prevent pregnancy. They will come up with all type of things to deceive a man. So this man, he is also programmed to serve a woman, to pander and to placate to the feelings and emotions of a female. Though these females may look soft on the outside, on the inside, they are very mischievous. They have all type of tricks up their sleeve. Okay? Men typically are more gentle to females than the other way around, because the criteria of a woman, she is looking for a man that passes the litmus test. She's looking for a man that passes the screening exam to be a good slave to her and the organic portal realm. So she's looking for the type of man that's not like me and that's not like you. Because once you receive this type of information, guess what happens? Your aura changes colors. That's right. It goes from dull and gray to bright and radiant. That's what happens when you get this information. And women are very sensitive to that. They can tell what man will serve the function of a good slave in the organic portal realm. They know this on the inside of them. Have you noticed how females, they determine who pop icons are? It's not the men. The women who go to the concerts, they determine who the male superstar is. They determine it by showing their support, by throwing their panties on the stage of whatever particular rock star or singer who they admire. And these rock stars and singers, guess what? They have sold their soul to become the position that they have gained through selling their soul. Okay, now, females, they will attract to these type of men. You know why? Because they have sold their soul. And if they have babies by these type of men, guess what? That's more souls that can feed the organic portal realm. Okay? So these men who follow after these pop star males, they have the same spirit as the pop star males who the women attract to. So that's why you have a lot of men trying to live up to the media, the materialism. If you listen to today's hip hop, it's very materialistic. because they are programmed that in order to get a female, I must be this. I must dress like this. I must live up to the latest fashion statements. And this is exactly what they do. But little do they know that that female don't love you. The only thing she's trying to do is get pregnant. And women have a lot of mixed emotional feelings that they don't even understand. They don't know how to categorize the way they feel, because one thing that separates a man from a woman is the main thing is the control of emotions. Females cannot control their emotions, and men, we know that to be a man, you have to bottle up your emotions and just deal with things. Bravery, you know, courage. Those are things or attributes that are considered manly. Okay? Now, women, on the other hand, their emotions is not about love and heroism. When it comes to a man, they just fulfilling a biological mandate that's encoded inside of their DNA. And along with that programming, that natural programming, there is a social programming that's downloaded on top of that biological programming. So what happens is you have a woman who sees a certain type of man who fits the bill of pop culture. And this man who fits the bill is the man who has sold his soul out. And other young boys around the world, they sell their soul out as well by following this man. And the female attracts to this man, and the other young males follow suit, and they want to be like, in other words, I want to be like Mike. Okay? And by doing this, they all become one. Okay? That's where the hive-mindedness comes from. The hive-mindedness comes from wanting to follow suit, or wanting to do what the Joneses do, or following the example that's given. That's what a hive-mindedness, that's where it originates from. Now, women are naturally a hive-minded colony organism by birth. That's why you'll find pictures of women when they're in the makeup room, they're touching on each other. They are prepping each other's hair. They're complimenting the beauty of each other. They be like, "Oh, girl, you looking good today." They compliment each other's body. Sometimes they play with each other and will even pat, the ass of a female and laugh. And it's not nothing to them to do that. That's just how they behave. You see, they put makeup on each other. They do each other's hair. They cry on each other's shoulder. They do things that in a man's world, if you touch another man, he'll be like, "Man, get your hands off me. I ain't down with that type of stuff." You know what I'm saying? That's what they will say. So as you see, I just laid out a example of how females are naturally hive-minded compared to males. Males are more so like hunters and gatherers, even in the animal world. Okay, so we are the ones who go out and hunt for this particular female, right? Now, but she has a certain criteria that's already downloaded inside of her of what you must be in order to get with her, right? So, okay, in other words, she don't love you. She loves the criteria that you possess. If you have the criteria, then that's what females call love. I fell in love with him because he has the criteria. Us as men, we know that we see a woman and you love her because of her beauty. You want to be with her just because of who she is. Not because if she has leadership qualities. Not because of the type of car she drives. Not because how much money she makes. It boils down to sex. Because with men, it's a bodily function thing. You see a woman, she has to make you feel erotic. She has to make you gain an erection in order for you, you know, to feel that love for her. Okay, these are just the basics of it. You see, nothing goes beyond, when you're dealing with a man and woman, nothing outweighs sex as the reason why the two come together. Okay, now nobody can argue and dispute that, just like nobody can argue and dispute that all females have portals inside of them. They have gateways, the vagina. Okay, now having said that, let's get into why I say having babies are demonic. It's demonic because, first of all, this is a prison. We all agree that gravity holds us down. Like I said in a previous video, the root word for gravity is grave. Okay? Gravity is one of the laws that pulls everything down in this world, right? So if you study anything about I won't even go there. Gravity is what holds us down, right? So think of it like this. If you have learned that this world is a prison, right? And if you know that it's a world controlled by organic portals, and we live in a system where we all have to walk a certain way, do things how they say do it, then why would you bring a child into this? Because when you bring a child into this, you're not bringing a solution into this. The solution is you deciding not to have a child and turning away from this societal order of doing things. You see? That's the solution, not bringing a child in. When you bring a child into this world, what you have done, having children is not just in it and of itself. Having children comes with a system behind it. When you have a child, then that man is obligated to, if he doesn't want to be with that female, he is obligated to pay child support. Okay? Then that child has a social security number. So essentially that child doesn't belong to you anyway. That child belongs to the state. Okay? So why would you have a child and give it to the state? We've been having children on this planet for the past 10,000 or so years. And nobody is raising these kids up to say, let's have a money-free society. No president, when he runs for office, do they even promote, they don't promote the idea of let's get rid of the money system. No, the only thing they do is perpetuate the same old system. So why would you continue to perpetuate the same old system by having children? Nobody can argue against that. Why would you perpetuate the same old system by having babies? And someone might say, because it's my body. That's the whole thing. Because you are a female, designed, trapped inside of something that is created to make you have children. That's the whole thing I'm saying. You should go against that. But I'm not even speaking to females to go against it, because they can't go against it. It's not like they can just decide, because their brain and their emotions and the chemicals in their body and everything is connected to the eggs that they create. Just like a man has a penis attached to him, and when he feels horny, he's going to ejaculate. If you're a man, you're going to release that semen. You're either going to masturbate or some form of fashion, you are going to release that semen, okay? I don't know how you do it, but you're going to release that semen, or else you're going to be sexually frustrated. That's why I'm speaking to men. It is up to you to not be manipulated into getting a woman pregnant. That's the whole thing. The woman is going to find a way to get pregnant, but it don't have to be with you. You see what I'm saying? It's more of them than us anyway. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be pumping out babies anyway, because the babies that they are pumping out are really just human prison bars. I'm going to be honest with you. Most of these babies that are born, they don't have souls anyway. Somebody asked me about organic portals and what happens to them when they die. Nothing. They just come back. They don't leave this. They just continue to be born soulless. Organic portals don't have a purpose. They're nothing but a holographic entity. Even when they're having communications with each other, the conversations that they have is pre-programmed. When you see these organic portals on jobs and having certain positions, it's already pre-programmed for them to be that manager and to make it hard for you. It's like the holodeck. The storybook is already written. They just holographic projections. You with the soul, it's time that you get that. And what you're looking at, it's when you see other people like walking around holding hands, having babies and all of that, they not real, people. Just because they having babies, they are not real. They trying to get you, the one with the soul, to have a baby. You, man, with the soul, the holographic organic portal realm is trying to get you flushed into the system so it can have some soul to feed off of. This thing, that's why we are trapped in it, because it needs us with souls to feed off of. So now let me get into the different percentages of soul and everything. Now we're going to talk about the 1/10 all the way up to the 10/10 of a soul. Now, once this dude might have a soul, let's just say he was tricked into having a baby. Okay, that can happen. Okay, say if she's like a 2/10, let's say he's like a 3/10. The baby come out, can be like 2/10 of a soul, right? Not much. So pretty much it'll still serve as an organic portal. Okay, then you can have a 1/10 get together with a 1/10 and have a baby. It'll be completely soulless. You get what I'm saying? The percentages are still in the earth. Okay, that's why some people can be more organic portal-like, for lack of a better term. They can be more organic portal-like than other people. It depends on the amount of soul material that they have, okay? Now, some of you who are really, really, really awakened, you have a lot of soul. It's not no coincidence that you just started watching Left Side of the Brain videos. Like I always say, it's no such thing as coincidences. It's by divine purpose, because you have a lot of soul. You are tuning in to these type of videos, okay? Now, your thing is to stay away from having babies. Stay away from the desire. You got to have a control over your desires, okay? Now, for a female who want to have a baby, somebody asked me that. She said, I want to have a baby, but I'm afraid that it could come out to be an organic portal. Only thing I can say to that female is something in her is making her say that. So that means that she has to have some percentage of awakening inside of her for her to even say that. But she's still a female. And you still got to proceed with every female with caution. And I know a lot of women don't want to hear that, but this channel, I'm not a woman hating channel. I like the women that be in my comment section. Some of them agree with what I'm saying. Some of them say they don't have kids. You see? So don't take this the wrong way, you know? And I don't even have to say that, but I'm just saying, because some people are new to this channel. But what I'm saying is, we are not here to be having babies. We here to get the hell up out of here. Okay? We're not here to be worried. At the same time, we're not here to be worried, but we're not here to just keep pumping babies into this world. Because let's just be honest, man. Let's be honest, man. If you thinking like this, how how likely is it that you're going to come across a female on the same wavelength as you? You see what I'm saying? So you risking your seed coming out polluted with some organic portal programming. You see what I'm saying? It's a risk, man. So my advice is to just, my advice to you all is just to stay away from it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just stay away from this, because it's not going to benefit you in the end. And then you got to ask yourself this: out of all these people having children in this world, has anything changed? I can answer it for you. No, nothing has changed. The world is still the place that it is. It's still wars. It's still fighting. Just leave. Give it up. I did a very deep video the other night. You can connect what I'm saying right now to that video about just giving this stuff up, man. You see, you were born. You have a life. You have purpose. Okay? It came to me today. It said, you got to be a dream chaser. Chase your own dream. That's what should keep you alive. You know what I'm saying? Work on some goals. You know what I'm saying? And your dream doesn't necessarily have to be to their expectations. What I mean is, use your God-given creativity. And any God-given creativity that we have, guess what the purpose for that creativity is? It's to free yourself from out of this organic portal realm. And when I say this, don't mean you have to go out preaching to people. It's also for you to just emanate light in this world. Just by you thinking like this, you are destroying a lot of walls and human prison bars that's walking around you, because they getting agitated by you being here. You remind them that their demise is soon to come. Just by tuning into this, the spirits that speak to your mind, they agitate it. Remember I told y'all that spirits are always looking at you? When you tuning into these videos, you going at war with those spirits. You killing them. You putting them back into the cells that they came from. Because when you turn from them, they have no purpose. As long as you participating in this world, you give the parasites a purpose. You give them a reason to leech off of you. But when you turn away from them, that's like pulling the life plug from their life support machine. The more we wake up, the more each one of us pull the life plug from out of their life support machine. And with that, I'm going to end this video. It's going very, very long now. It's at 28 minutes. This is Left Side of the Brain. Tell me what y'all think, man. I mean, really, tell me what y'all think. You know, maybe I missed some stuff. You know, be sincere. I mean, if you disagree, if you're a woman and you want to have kids, don't just tell me that I'm wrong for saying not having kids. Show me. You know, I don't mind doing another video. Y'all be sincere. Like, put real stuff in the comments. Don't just play around with this information. You know, tell me what you think. And until next time, this is Left Side of the Brain signing out.